Hey guys, it's the Flippin Hippo. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about the elephant in the room, and that is that sales have been slow across the board for the last couple of weeks. I've noticed reading in the Facebook groups, on Instagram, and talking to the resellers that I know, sales have been slow for everyone, regardless of the items they have in their store. Of course, this time of year does slow down for used clothing resellers, so we have felt the hit a little bit more than others. Sales can slow down for a lot of reasons. Right now, I think the biggest reason is the warmer weather. So as the weather's getting warmer and it's nicer outside, people are going outside and engaging in those types of outdoor activities. And they're not inside stuck with, when it's cold and snowing, so they're not shopping as much. We have the end of the school year upon us, which always means parents are focused more on, there's just a lot of activities that go on at the end of the school year, whether you have a kindergartner or someone graduating high school. And then people are gearing up for their vacations this summer, so they're saving their money for these vacations rather than spending it. These are just some of the reasons that I think sales tend to slow down kind of as May turns into June and spring turns into summer, especially with the used clothing. People are spending their money now on vacations and more tangible goods for these vacations. But whatever the reason, when sales slow down, you have to do two things. You need to diversify and you need to stay motivated. So let's talk about diversity first. If sales are slowing down in your store, but you were previously successful, chances are there's nothing that you really need to fix. I always preach, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So if you were selling 20 a day, 25 items a day, and you're suddenly down to 10, it might possibly, most likely not be anything you're doing, and just any number of reasons that sales slow down throughout the year for different events, weather events, change of seasons. But what you can do is diversify. So if you're a used clothing seller, just make sure as we're getting into the warmer months that you're stocking up on shorts, swimsuits, tank tops, sundresses, sunglasses, things that people are looking for in the summer. And also, even though people are going on vacations and they're saving their money for these vacations, people will, prior to a vacation, often shop for new things to take on the vacation with them. Whether it's a new swimsuit, and I'm not saying they have to be new with tags, I'm saying it can be used, but it's new to them. So they're looking for a new outfit, a new pair of shorts, a new dress, a new swimsuit, a new pair of sunglasses. So just think of all these warmer weather clothing items and accessories that people are probably looking for and would most likely purchase prior to a vacation, and kind of like diversify your store in that way, get away from the winter coats, jeans, and more into the summer items. And then also maybe look at diversifying outside of clothing. Now, luckily enough, as we're getting into the slow season for used clothing online sales, we're also getting into yard sale season, and that's where you can pick up a lot of your hard goods, your electronics, your video games, your plushies, just a different array of hard goods that you can find at yard sales are things that you can be buying and putting into your store to help diversify. I did a video last week on yard sale BOLOs. I will link that below for you guys. Give me 1 second, my throat's dry. So if you are a successful seller and your sales suddenly slow down, sometimes it's not about fixing what you're doing wrong, but adding more. So just think about diversifying. And as well as diversifying the items that you have in your eBay store, you may want to think about stretching out to other platforms to sell your goods. They always say don't keep your eggs in one basket, get multiple streams of income, and these are all things that are true. If you were selling on multiple platforms and eBay slowed down, you may not feel the hit monetarily if the sales elsewhere are coming in. So if you have more than one stream of income, it's kind of like if one slows down and the rest are okay, you're okay, and if everything's okay, then you're doing more than okay. I hope that made sense. So just think about diversifying the items you have and maybe stretching out to some different platforms. In the next coming week or two, I myself will be dipping my toes into the Poshmark pond to see if I like it and try it out. I will also be putting some of our items on Mercari. We have been on Bonanza since last October, but we've only sold 2 items in that long time. But I'm still on Bonanza, and the reason is because Bonanza is a set it and forget it kind of platform. You set it to sync with your eBay, and any new items you list on eBay or put back in from your unsolds, Bonanza will grab and put on the platform for you. And when something sells on eBay, Bonanza removes it from their system. So it's, excuse me, it's no work at all. It's you just set it and forget it. Sync it with your eBay and walk away. You don't have to worry about building listings, crafting listings, putting in photographs. Bonanza pulls everything from eBay for you. So that's just the platform we've been on and we've stayed on, even though we've only ever had like 2 sales on there, because it doesn't add any extra work to our workload or our workday. And we have been wanting to branch out to Amazon for a very long time. It's just, unfortunately, in our area, all of the retail arbitrage we can find, the clearance is never marked down enough to justify a flip. The whole point of being a reseller is to buy low, sell high. In our area, we can't find anything on clearance that's clearanced enough for us to buy to flip. We keep looking. We're hoping to find some stuff at yard sales this summer so that we can diversify ourselves out into Amazon. But you also, on the tail end of that, I want to say you want to make sure that you don't spread yourself too thin or stress yourself out. And that is part of the reason why we are just now stretching out to the different platforms. We hit our year anniversary on eBay last month. We're doing good on eBay. Sales are good. We have our item level up to almost 2,000. And we know the platform inside and out. We've learned the rules. We've learned what works and what doesn't work. And now that we're experts, it's time to spread out. But when we were new and we were beginning, if we were trying to be on too many platforms at once, I think it would have been too much on our plate for us at that time. And we wouldn't be as successful as we are now. So just, take your time with each new platform, each new selling app you implement into your life. Get to know it, get to be somewhat successful, hit your goals on that, and then you can go out to another one. And you're not stretched as thin, and you have more of a chance of succeeding if you focus on one thing at a time until you're good at it, and then add more. And then motivation, I did say you have to stay motivated even when sales are slow. It's hard sometimes, it really is, to stay motivated, to keep that drive if you're not hitting goals, if you're not hitting your numbers. I like to just look at it positively. Whenever we have a slow day and we don't have as many sales, we're not spending as much time on shipping, which frees up more time for me to get extra photographs, do an extra listing on eBay. And as I branch out into Poshmark and Mercari, it'll give me more time on those platforms. So I try not to be negative about it. The days we have a lot of sales, I celebrate. The days we don't have as many, I look at it as less time on shipping and more time to be doing something else that may help us in the long run. And then, adding these extra platforms has increased my motivation because now I have something new. So I have my normal routine and my work, but now I'm like, well, now I get to transfer 2 things a day to Poshmark or 3 things a day to Mercari. So it's kind of exciting, and it keeps the motivation going if you can add new things to your schedule. And sometimes just switching your schedule around every once in a while helps too. Even if it's working for you, I always preach, if your schedule isn't working for you, obviously you want to change it. But even if it is working, if you can change the time of day that you do this thing with the time of day you do this thing, or say you do something every Tuesday and something every Thursday, if you could just switch those once a month, once every 2 or 3 months, just kind of switch your schedule up, even if it's working for you, just to make it feel new, then you won't feel like life is mundane and it's the same thing every day, day in and day out. So sometimes just switching a couple of things makes it new and exciting. And whenever anything is new and exciting, your motivation will go up, because now you can't wait to get up in the morning and start your day so you can tackle these new tasks you've added to your schedule, or you can't wait to see how different it's going to feel when you switch things around. So that's all I wanted to say today. I just wanted to say, sales are slow for everyone, even for us. We had a weekend just this past weekend where we only sold 25 items all weekend. You just gotta keep your motivation up, stay motivated, diversify yourself, get different items in your store, get your items on more platforms, and every day be a better you than you were yesterday. If you guys have anything you want to say, go ahead and comment down below. Please do me a favor and smash that like button. I appreciate it. If you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe to our channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We are at Flippin' Hippos. Until next time, you guys have a good night.